Hey, Sag and Sagittarius placements. This is not a reading. This is a talk, a conversation. I wanted to do this after reading some of the comments from the last reading that I did for you about Obsessed, Dark Magic. And I offered the Oya Breaking Ties bath for you all to do in case you were dealing with someone who you felt karmically connected to that could possibly be doing witchcraft against you. So some of you all were saying, like, I don't know who the person is. So this is a reason why I wanted to do this video, in case you do not know who the person is. And then I want to address some other things. Michelle, I know we got our reading tomorrow, but your comment really piqued my interest. And I want to kind of touch on that because you were mentioning something about being a monk. And I'm really going to be able to answer that question. And I thought I did in the last reading. I thought I made it clear as to why you shouldn't do certain things while you're being attacked by witchcraft. But I think you may, or others may have taken that as something to have to do with maybe purity or judgment kind of thing. And that's not what it is. Because you said we all have to be, you basically saying we have to be monks. And that's, I think you took it wrong. I think you took it wrong. We're talking about energy, right? And when someone summons a negative energy, how can you fight a negative energy with negative energy? You can't, right? You have to rise above it. Some of you were also saying, you know, how long do I have to do a particular thing for however long you think it's going to stop? But we'll get all into that. So let's take it all the way back. If you don't know who is sending witchcraft your way, the only thing you can do is just protect yourself in general until it ceases. Now, I have tools. I use my pendulum. I use tarot cards. I just ask my pendulum, is something still going on? Is it that person? You know, is it this person from the past? Is it a different person doing it? So I can get insight, and you can too if you want to use those same tools, as to who's doing what, if I know the person or not, you know. So if that's something you want to do, you know, use tarot, use pendulums to get back yes and no answers and different things like that. That's one way to figure out who it is. But if, you know, whatever, even if you find out like, okay, I got an idea of who it is, but so what, why is this person doing this? That's here nor there. Most people are just jealous. Like I said, they're going through their own stuff, but protecting yourself, things that I do when I'm noticing that I'm being attacked. And first thing it is to notice you're being attacked. I've noticed that, and I've even heard this in readings about feeling drained. One of the first things you'll feel is a tiredness. It's like a laziness, but it's not normal. Like, you know, your normal feeling of lazy, this is different. And sometimes it will be an energy that almost pulls you down. Makes you feel like go to sleep, lay down, close your eyes. And it's a haziness that personally I feel over the eyes and then like my frontal, right? It just doesn't feel like a normal, I'm tired or I'm lazy. It feels different. It feels induced, okay? That's one way. The other way is nightmares. Like I told you guys before, freak accidents, sometimes changes in behavior. Maybe like, let's say you're not the one, witchcraft isn't happening to you. Maybe it's happening to somebody around you, their behaviors change out of nowhere, personality changes, different things like that. Like I told you before, internet technology issues and stuff like that. But let's go back to protecting ourselves from that. So if it's nightmares, one of the things, first thing, clutter. If there's any clutter in your home, I've got to write some of this stuff down so I can stay on point and don't repeat myself. Clutter. If there's any clutter in your home, you need to clean it up. Okay? So when there's clutter, you could be doing things to get energy off of you, but dark energies can scurry or hide within dirt or places where you have piles of things. So if you maybe have mail piling up or clothes piling up, or especially if it's dirty clothes, or anything piling up, you want to reduce that, okay? Start cleaning. Don't leave dishes in the sink. So one thing you need to do is just be more tidy. Be tidy. Now, prayer works. Prayer does work. But if the witchcraft catch you off guard, you may not be in a state of prayer. So the prayer has to be continuous. So like, let's say you wake up from it or whatever, keep praying until it stops. You have to keep praying until it stops, right? Until you feel comfortable enough to close your eyes. I've been there before where you pray and then you close your eyes and, oh my shit, they're like, they back at it again, right? So you could also sleep with crystals in your bed. One of the big things that you could do is put salt around your bed. So you can take, I would take sea salt and I would make a circle or at least some form of protective barrier around your bed, right? You could also put salt at your front door. You can put salt at your bedroom door and then around your bed. That's another way of protecting yourself from dark magic. What else have I done? Reversal candles, okay? So I will go get a reversal candle and I'll pray over those reversal candles. And then after I pray over them and, if it's like a double time candle, that's when I'm asking for you to block it and send it back to that person, twofold, threefold. However, light those candles, but make sure you pray over them and put intention into the candles. Put intention in those candles, right? Also, don't use used candles. Like if you've already lit your white candle or you just grabbed a reversal candle and you were just lighting that reversal candle just to have light, or I wanted to take a bath and I used one of my reversal candles. Don't use that same candle. You need to go buy a new candle, brand new candle, and put some intention in there. One of the biggest things that I've noticed for me is the mental part of it though, and the spiritual part that some people are disagreeing with. So let's talk for a second. The mental part is the sucky part about if you get attacked by witchcraft. If you are at a place in your life where you are upset or angry about something, you got to change your attitude. Anger, that vibration makes it, and I mentioned this before in readings, it makes it hard for you to pray. You may even get angry about someone sending witchcraft and think like, I shouldn't even have to protect myself from this. Like you could get mad at God that you're even allowing this to happen, right? When it doesn't really work like that. You are the reason why something can come in or out. You. And trust me, you do have protection, but I don't know you personally. So I don't know, where you've been in your life. Like maybe you decided I want to go totally left, even though I know which way to go right, So, right. You got to get your attitude and your mind right about your spiritual who you pray to, what you pray about, how you feel towards that thing you pray to. Because if you're mad at your ancestors or you're mad at God, it's going to be hard for you to get into the energy of, hey, I need help. Please help me, to humble yourself enough to do that, because the anger could take over if you're in that space. Okay. So that's one thing. Humility is something, and asking for forgiveness. I had this conversation with someone before. Some things that we do offend our ancestors. So you need to find out what that is. What it is that they always tell you to stop doing or have been trying to move you away from, but that you continue to do. It's that thing. And sometimes they're asking you to stop doing that because of what they see coming your way. Like there are people that are going to send dark magic towards you. Stop doing that. Because at the end of the day, that monk comment is not about being good or being a monk. It is about energy. It is about what you keep a door open to. So like I said, too much alcohol, too many drugs, overdoing alcohol, overdoing drugs, overdoing porn, possibly overdoing sex. I don't want to throw sex in there because sometimes if you're not having sex with the person that is doing the witchcraft, that person, to me, now if you find something else out somewhere else, take what you know. But that person doesn't have anything to do with it, right? So let's exclude sex with an outside person. Pornography, though, I've been told more than once, especially on a spiritual level, that leaves me open to attack, right? And when I know I've done that and I know I'm being attacked, I always say, like, guys, please forgive me. Like, I have been watching porn and I should be past this part right now. And I didn't, I'm struggling, whatever, right? Pray about that. Ask for forgiveness in earnesty so that it could stop it. And it does, because I'll be earnestly not wanting to deal with no witchcraft. So I'm asking for forgiveness and it does work. It stops. Now, the thing about this is you have to keep this energy and activity up for as long as you could tell this is over, right? Now, I can use a pendulum to figure out whether or not it's over. You may just need to, I don't know how to chance it. Maybe go back to doing something bad. I wouldn't say that, but I mean, you know, whatever you feel is like, I wonder if I do this, if this happens, kind of thing. Now, I'm not telling you, when I talk about pornography, when I talk about drinking or doing, hard drugs and stuff like that, I'm not saying that because you did that, that's why someone is doing witchcraft. That is not what I am saying. And I feel like that is the part being misconstrued. I'm telling you, those activities are the things that will keep doors open to dark entities and energies to affect you. So if I were you and someone was doing this to me, I would stop. Simple as that. Let's just stop. Because this is the dynamic you're in. You're in I need to protect myself from a dark entity. This is not about like, oh, wow, you got an argument back and forth about what I do and don't deserve. Like, it's the same as if you go on a job and, you know, a manager starts coming for you or somebody dislike you. I don't know. I just showed up. I don't know why the hell you don't like me. It's the same thing. Same thing. I don't know you from nowhere. And I've shared this with you guys about people who have attacked me using witchcraft. I don't know you, especially if they've watched me on YouTube. I have no idea who they are, right? But I know what I'm doing or what I can do to get them to stop. So like I said, clean up, all right? Reversal candles, and those are cheap, you know. Prayer, okay? Stop doing low vibrational negative activity while the person is sending you witchcraft. Feel free to go back to whatever it is you do once this is over. Feel free. Go. You could do whatever you want. And you'll notice that, hey, I'm doing this stuff again and nothing's happening to me, right? Because nobody is sending witchcraft to you right now. But when they are doing it, you should stop. So ways you can find out, like I said, use a pendulum to figure out yes or no if someone's still sending it, or chance it, or you'll just feel like nothing's happening. And that's another thing that happens even before I use a pendulum. Sometimes you could just feel the energy of there's nothing wrong, nothing's happening, right? When someone's doing witchcraft on you, it's a very energetic thing. You become like on high alert a little bit, and you'll notice when that kind of goes down inside of you because you just feel safer, okay? I don't know how to explain it. It's just, that's how I can explain it. Give me a second. Let me think about what else was mentioned. Spiritual baths work. So like I gave you guys a spiritual bath in case that there was something past life or some sort of karmic connection involved with you and this person who is obsessed with you. Like if you're dealing with like an ex or somebody who can't stop doing this, or someone you've come across that you feel like maybe there was something there, but really it just turned out to be a negative experience. So that's why I was offering the Oya Breaking Ties bath. Now, when I was talking about that bath, you should not have sex that night. I said, do not have sex that night. I didn't say you cannot have sex ever. You just do not have sex that night. Another thing too, guys, before you do spiritual baths and different things like that, clean the house, take a shower before you get in to spiritual baths, because you are inviting the energy of Oya to help you on your behalf. So it's just like if you invite a guest over, you would clean up your house. Do that when you do your spiritual baths, whether you do an ancestral bath, a bath that, is petitioning a Orisha or anything like that. Clean up before. Clean the tub, clean your body, take a shower, clean the tub. After you take a shower, get in that tub when you get it prepared for the bath, and then follow suit like I told you guys what to do before. But yeah, when I was talking about not having sex that night, that's that night. The next night, if you feel like you just gotta go do something, I guess feel free. But that night is reserved between you and Oya, not for you, Oya, and somebody else, right? You have to you have to sanctify it. You know what I mean? Like you have to make it sacred. Make what you do sacred. When you are asking for help for something of a high vibration, come correct. Just come correct. Don't come with all of this, why I gotta do this, why I gotta do that. It's attitude. You might as well not even ask for help with all the attitude. This is why humility is important. And this is why, praying for forgiveness is important. If you know you've been doing something for a long time that could be causing negative energies to crowd you, right? Now, another reason why I feel like this is a perpetual thing for you all, a reading that I just posted for you, angel number 66 came out. There, like I said, some of you all are star seeds. Excuse me. And it is for you to elevate your spirituality. Witchcraft, somebody doing witchcraft on you is a fast way to sort of jolt your system to get you to stop doing things that no longer serve you, right? If you have something that's been pretty hard to break or you won't let go, because, you know, what you keep doing, you're doing something to pacify an old hurt, and you're also using it to control your situation. I know that's what I was doing. When I was constantly masturbating, it was because it was old shit that I was mad about or my current circumstances. But I was using it as a control. I was using it so that I wouldn't let go and let God. It was my way of saying, this is my form of control because I don't like what the world is doing to me. So I'm going to do something for me that makes me feel in control. But what I decided to do is actually harmful to me, right? Now, whether or not I want to be aware of it or not is one thing. But when witchcraft starts to come in, that makes me more aware of how harmful it is because it leaves a door open. Okay? I don't know how else to explain this, right? Now, the other stuff about being a monk and feeling the way you feeling, the other reading that I just posted about not wanting to go within, check that out. Because I think that's more of where your mind is about, like, you know, your feelings about what you can and cannot do, right? Check that reading out because the things I'm telling you to do are what you should just do in order to prevent witchcraft from affecting you. Whether you are in the void or in the underworld going through this hard karmic time or not. Like, you could be on top of the world and somebody could send witchcraft your way. I mean, you could be on top of the world, right? And then somebody's doing something to you. I would tell you to do the same thing. Everything I just told you before, do the same thing. Prayer, sincerity, forgiveness, salt around your bed if you have to, sleeping with your crystals if you have to, getting reversal candles if you have to, all work, keeping a clean space. And then the other thing that I found helpful is to, if you know, which I know my methods. See, because some of you may know things that I don't know. You know, there are probably like millions of ways or thousands of ways to protect yourself from witchcraft. It all depends on what you believe in. But once you start doing your thing, you keep a positive mindset and try to not think about that person and what it is that they're doing. Get more in tune to like whatever it is you're focused on outside of that. Okay, get a new focus. All right. And then you'll notice that everything will start to subside. You will have control over your dreams again. Things won't be messing up around you. You'll feel safer. These are the simple things I've done. It's helped. If you know something different, put a comment below to help out other people, or maybe the method I'm telling you about doesn't work. Like somebody, when I was talking about the Oya bath, they were like, well, what if you don't have a tub? That's not my problem, right? You figure it out. Go get a hotel room. Go get a motel. I don't know, figure something out. I'm giving you what I know. Beyond that, ask someone else, look it up. I don't know what to tell you, but take the things that I've said. The Oya bath is to break ties with particular things. But there are other methods, and, I'm not the only one. I'm not the authority on this, but I am positive about the cleaning and the mindset. Those are important. There are people who very good with just keeping up their day-to-day routine, cleaning, praying, and stuff like that. And I've read a particular person like that. There was definite witchcraft. He told me that the woman he used to deal with was very much into it. And I said, she's been sending this your way. I said, have you been feeling any of these things? He said, no. He said, I pray all the time. I pray for myself. I pray for my family. And, I don't do this. I don't do that. And I'm like, right. You're never feeling it. You're never feeling it. And he's nowhere aware of it. So if you get yourself into a state of balance, this never has to be a problem for you. It never has to touch you. But when you're out of balance is when this is happening. So you just need to figure out, where in my life am I out of balance, right? So that is what I have for you. I hope it was helpful. I hope you understand that when I'm telling you to stop doing certain things, I'm not telling you to stop doing it for forever. But if you feel called to let something go, that's a constant, and that has been leaving a door open, then maybe you're going through this time to really put something to rest. Okay? That's what I have for you guys. I hope that it was helpful. All right.